What's good, y'all? We're gonna get into it. Fucking influencer, a woman, you know what I'm saying? Boyfriend killed her. We finna get into it, man. This shit crazy.
This Ashley Janae story is one of the craziest stories I've seen on the internet in a very long time, and it got the entire internet divided. Ashley Janae is an influencer who has went viral for her content around her interracial relationship. She's dating an older white guy as a young black woman, and that's something that people gravitated towards. People like other people who wish to be in their own interracial relationships gravitated towards this. She would often flaunt the extravagant lifestyle that her white boyfriend was able to get for her. And from the outside looking in, they was the perfect couple and she had it made. She was a young black girl in Miami who was able to bag a hedge fund manager. Her boyfriend was Joe McCann. He describes himself as a technology executive. He's a hedge fund manager. He owns his own company. So the dude had a lot of money. And from the outside looking in, he was taking care of her and giving her a lot of that money. Even though there was no evidence to the contrary that they was a loving, devoted couple who was committed to each other and loved each other, people always had a bad feeling about this guy, Joe McCann. And her comment section would actually prove that. Now, it's unclear if these are just people commenting because, they disagree with interracial relationships, or if they knew something that Ashley and the rest of us didn't know. About 18 weeks ago, one user commented under a picture of her and Joe, and they wrote, "He is going to harm you, get out." 19 weeks ago, another user commented under a picture of her and Joe, and they wrote, "What a dummy. He will kill you, one the slave owner." Now, this person don't really...
Because he white? That's why they saying this shit? Why do black women always talk about black men when they date white woman, but she gets all the love for dating a white man? Guess it's no double standard.
Seemed like they had any type of foresight or they knew any information about Joe. It just seems like hate, which obviously we detest and disavow completely. But people had a bad vibe about this dude and people were expressing it to her, but it didn't really seem like she was too concerned. About a week and a half ago, Ashley and Joe went to this beautiful island in Africa called Zanzibar. They went there for vacation, but Joe had other plans for Ashley. Joe had plans on proposing to Ashley in Zanzibar, and when they got there, Joe proposed, and we've seen everything play out on social media.
Ain't that that's nice? Look at that. Look, just a nice couple, man. Oh, man, shucks. Hey, that lets you know right there. Nah, real shit though, on some real shit. That's, I don't know, that's some pretending ass shit though. She beautiful as hell. That's like, man, that shit right there. It just looked too good to be true, all that, what I'm saying, what all the settings and the settings had where they at and shit. That shit just looked too good to be true, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Oh no, man. Get out. Shit. So
The engagement was also a birthday surprise for her as well because she turned 31 years old in Zanzibar and she posted her birthday pictures on April 5th, right? Again, it looks like she was very happy to be in Zanzibar. She was very happy to be turning 31. The caption for the post says, "Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be." She's feeding giraffes on her birthday. It looks like life couldn't get any much better for Ashley.
Like, it just looked too good to be true. Like, you could tell, like, look at all this. She with the animals and shit. Man, I don't know. I've been thinking like, man, this shit is just, I'm thinking, I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Which is why the internet is absolutely stunned to find out that after Ashley got engaged, after Ashley was feeding giraffes, after Ashley was talking about how life couldn't get any much better for her at this point, and that she's just turned 31 and she's exactly where she wants to be, After Ashley expressed how grateful she was for life, the internet was stunned to find out that Ashley was found dead shortly afterwards.
See?
And
This
even
shit is
more
crazy.
shocked that Joe was saying that Ashley self-deleted herself, that Ashley did it to herself and took her own life. A friend of Ashley named Savannah Britt would take to social media and say, "We need justice for my friend Ashley Janae, who was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania. And her fiance, Joe McCann, claims that she hung herself. Anyone who knows Ashley knows she would never do this. We need answers now." Officials did confirm that Ashley was found unresponsive in her hotel room by Joe. So Joe found her unresponsive, and Joe is claiming that she did this to herself. But if Joe and Ashley is on vacation, then
Man, she ain't got no reason to kill herself. Like she said, you know what I'm saying? She in the best place of her life. She 30 years old. What reason she got to kill herself for? You know what I'm saying? He set up, he did that shit. He probably spiked her drink and shit. He ain't physically touched her, but you know what I'm saying? He probably spiked her drink or food or something.
why was
Bro.
Joe gone long enough to where Ashley would be able to do this? To me, that doesn't make sense, all right? And if this person was in the mind state where they were going to do this, I feel like there would have been clear-cut signs. But her family is saying this is not even possible, right? And I'll be real, social media right now isn't buying this story either.
Okay, so at this point, let's just go ahead and lock up Joe and everybody else that believe his story.
Hell yeah,
Because you
lock his
cannot
ass
for
up,
a
man.
second get me to believe that this woman hung herself. If you have not
Hell
seen
no.
the news yet, this lady here is Ashley Janae. She's 31. She's an influencer. She has a very large following on Instagram. I'm not sure if she has a TikTok page. If she does, please tag it in the comments. This woman was in Tanzania for her 31st birthday. While they were there, he proposed to her. Somewhere along the lines of that proposal and the rest of that day, they got into an argument, according to him. They slept in separate rooms. That's where it starts to not click for me. They got into an argument after the proposal. Now, he's claiming that he went into her room and found her unresponsive. The family's claiming that he waited 2 days before he even called the authorities or the family to let them know what was going on.
That's some
So
bullshit
he
right
wants
there.
everybody to believe that he just walked in there and found her unconscious. He's claiming that she hung herself. She's in a foreign country on her birthday. She just got proposed to. According to the family, she is full of life. She's very positive and everything. But somewhere along the lines of this entire vacation, she hung herself. And it's what he wants people to believe. I'm not buying it. Lock him the and everybody else that believes his story.
It's unclear
Oh man, lock his ass up for real.
if him waiting 2 days is confirmed. But what is confirmed is, yes, they did have an argument, according to Joe. They went their separate ways. He goes to another room. She's in the room they booked. They don't speak, according to Joe, for a while. He comes back to check up on her because he hasn't heard from her. He finds her unconscious and unresponsive. I don't know too many people, especially too many Americans, who's waiting to go to Africa and to do that to themselves, bruh. I'm thinking that if somebody will want to do that to themselves, it'll be
No,
somewhere
man.
right and familiar. I don't think that that young woman is
Shit don't
saying,
make
"Hey,
sense.
I'm in Africa where my family is nowhere around me. I have nobody around me that knows me other than this man who I'm currently beefing with and arguing with. Let me do this to myself in a form."
Or not only that, I'm in the best place of my life. Now it's just time to just end it. Like, what the fuck? Nah, hell nah.
Huh?
That don't even make sense.
Foreign land. I just don't think that's plausible at all. I don't. I do think something nefarious took place here. And the family also thinks so too, because the family released the full statement, and here what they had to say. The family statement writes, Ashley Robinson was on what should have been one of the happiest trips of her life, a birthday celebration in Zanzibar, Africa. Ashley's birthday was April 5th. She just turned 31. Surrounded by beauty, love, and wildlife, she became engaged during a safari, an unforgettable moment that marked the start of a future she was excited to build. She and her fiance, Joe McCann, was staying in a luxury villa at the Zori Zanzibar, continuing what we believe was her dream trip. But just days later, That dream turned into our family's worst nightmare. Ashley was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. Nothing about this loss feels real. One moment she was celebrating love and life in truly Ashley fashion, and the next she was gone. The suddenness, the unanswered questions, and the distance from home have made this tragedy even more overwhelming for our family. At this time, there is an active investigation into the circumstances surrounding Ashley's suspicious passing. Although we have many questions, we are placing our trust in the officials in Zanzibar and are working closely with them as we seek clarity and answers. I'll be real, bruh, with family right now. If you trust African authorities, the police in Africa, if you trust the police in Africa to prosecute and to seek answers in the death of your daughter that involves a really, really, really wealthy white man, you're out of your mind, bro. All right.
Definitely.
I'm African myself, and I'm here to tell you right now, bro.
I don't even think it's just white. I believe motherfuckers with real money, like real big money and shit. Just like that David singer, David Celeste. You know what I'm saying? That singer that killed that 13-year-old little girl. Like, he still ain't been, you know what I'm saying, charged, convicted, none of that shit. He ain't got arrested. Ain't nothing happened to him. He just all in the schools and shit. He just, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm talking about the police found the dead little girl. Not only dead little girl, her body was dismantled, chopped up. But they ain't doing nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And this guy killed his, you know what I'm saying, his girlfriend. Oh yeah, he getting off with that shit. These niggas getting off with that shit for real.
These African officials are corrupt, and they going with whatever the rich white man got to say, bro. Y'all got to hire a private investigator. These officials ain't doing a goddamn thing. But it goes, Ashley was deeply loved. She was vibrant, full of life, and has so much ahead of her. Our family is completely devastated, and we appreciate the prayers and compassion we have received as we navigate the unimaginable loss. We respectfully ask that any information not directly provided by our family be treated as an unverified and not considered factual at this time. This is where the story takes a turn, and it turns into a gender war. So some black men are going back and finding her social media posts and conduct, and they're saying, hold on. Based off what we found belonging to Ashley, her death ain't our issue. It ain't our business. We is minding our business and staying out of it. I don't want to go as far as saying they're celebrating her death because of these posts, but they're not really too sad or showing any type of remorse or sympathy for her because of these posts. So one post, Ashley wrote, "Every day black men wake up and find new ways to embarrass us." In another post, Ashley says that, that she's been wanting mixed kids since the 3rd grade.
So this because of these posters that she did when she was alive, they feel some type of way about that shit? Man, come on, man. These these men acting like women and shit.
Right. I've been saying since the 3rd grade, my children will be mixed. Laugh my A off.
So what?
In another post, and this appears to be an Instagram comment, Ashley will write, "Oh, brother, I see 305 in your bio. Let's talk about all the Miami men, not the white ones, though." Again, she says, "Let's talk about all the Miami men, not white. Beating their women still. Or is that too touchy? Go live your life while I live mine." In response to these posts resurfacing, one user says, "The woman that died explicitly excluded pink men from committing this kind of violence. That's the point." Somebody says, "Oh my damn." Somebody says, "It gets worse. Shaking my head. This MF basically said white men don't beat or harm women. LOL. Couldn't believe my eyes when she said this. Shaking my head." Somebody says, "Yikes." Somebody says, "Yikes, but still not right." Right? So, and if you go on social media right now, you hear the discourse of, man, why should we feel bad because of this? Why should we feel bad? You feel me? She ain't rock with black men. She ain't like us. She was online disparaging us and saying mean things about us. Why should we feel sorry? Now, this same argument was here when that dude who was murdered by his white woman in the elevator, that dude, when his death went viral and people went back and found his extremely anti-black women post on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere. People say, you know what? Well, black women say, you know what? We staying out of this one. This dude did not like black women at all. Now, with this Ashley post, for like her comment was directed towards somebody else commenting on her post. Her saying she always wanted mixed babies since the 3rd grade, things like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All I can say is I'm still going to pray for this family. I'm still going to seek justice for this woman. I'm still not going to hold this against her. She's dead. I feel like death is the ultimate redemption. Once you pass away, I feel like you should be forgiven for a lot of what you do. Again, not all now, all right? If you was touching babies, if you was murdering people when you pass away, bruh, hey, man,
That's different.
ain't no forgiving that, man. But for things like this, silly things like this, man, you should be forgiven in your death.
Look, if you out here, you know what I'm saying, murdering motherfuckers like on some King Von shit, Lil Jeff, just going around slumping shit, bro, well, I take that back. You know what I'm saying, on Lil Jeff, because I ain't really hear about him killing innocent people. All I hear him sliding on ops. You know what I'm saying? Just only on the ops. But Von, I've been hearing shit on innocent motherfuckers too. Like, he didn't give a fuck for real. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yeah, you know, it's a special place for them motherfuckers. Bro, you definitely...
You don't know the power of the dark side.
For real.
But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? Are you guys holding this against her? Do you guys, think that men who are holding this against her, are they justified? Are they wrong? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video, let me know in your gut, bro, man. What do you think happened to her? What do you believe happened to Ashley, okay? If you're watching my video.
Man, he killed her. That's the end of the discussion for that, man. For real. They need to lock his ass up and throw away the key. Bro,